What's up, Scentsy fans? It's Patricia, and welcome to another week of Tester Tuesday, a spot where I get Scentsy reviews out to you based on your votes from the previous week. Last week, we had a very tight race, so today we're going to discuss 2 retired scents followed by a current scent. So let's get started. All right, let's talk about our first place scent for the week. With 22% of the vote, we have Dazzling Pomegranate. It's this red colored wax, and I will put it in the fruity category. Is a former scent of the month from November 2017, which is right before my time, but then it went into the fall and winter catalog. It's been retired for a few years. So, on cold nip, I would say it's about a medium intensity scent. Let's read the scent description. Scentsy says, serve a sparkling medley of pomegranate, bright orange, and mimosa accord. I really like this scent description. Sometimes Scentsy does not cover the scent well with their scent descriptions, but this one I think it did. We have a sparkling scent. I can definitely get a fizzy or a bright sparkling component to this scent. I get a sweet tart pomegranate. I get a little bit of brightness from orange. I would say that's there just to kind of make the scent a little less heavy. And it's definitely got that mimosa core because it does feel like an alcoholic drink, but in the best possible way. Some alcoholic drink scents are too alcohol. This is done very, very well. So in the past, I have warmed through this, but it wasn't one that I absolutely loved, but I enjoyed it. So let's talk about performance. I had the equivalent of 5 cubes between all these testers. So I put the equivalent of 3 cubes in my boys' room. Strength and throw there was between 6 and 7. I left it going 2 full days, but I would say after a day and a half, it really lost steam. Now, I don't like to change my wax out late in the day. I prefer to wait and change it the next day. So I just let it go the course of the evening and change it the following morning. Now, I put the equivalent of 2 cubes in my kids' bathroom. In there is a free-to-fly ceramic 25-watt warmer, which is a good warmer, and I would say strength and throw is about 7 out of 10 for this one. And I did leave it going 2 full days, and I felt like it did have scent for 2 full days. Now, it was maximum 7, but I would say on day 2 is probably 3 to 4. So I think if you're someone that likes fruity, bright, juicy pomegranate scents, then you would probably want to give this one a try. If you like fizzy scents, I would say there's definitely a fizzy component. Because of that fizzy component, I would say it really kind of tailors itself to that holiday feel. New Year's, celebratory occasions, those kind of things. But if you're someone that likes fruity and you don't like a lot of spice for fall and winter, then this would be a good one to vote back. I would say performance-wise, I feel like this in bar form back when I had it was a tiny bit stronger than what I got here in tester form. But I think it's a fairly good performer, not overly long-lasting for me, but performance was good enough. Would I put this in an open layout? Probably not. Anything smaller than an open layout, I think I would go with. But would I repurchase this one? If it was on markdown and I saw it for a good price, I'd probably pick it up. It's the type of scent that my kids really enjoy, so that is Dazzling Pomegranate. All right, let's talk about our second place scent for the week. We have Poppy Fields. This is a retired scent. It's a former scent of the month from February of 2019, and I would put this in the floral category. It had 20% of the vote, and on cold snip, I would say intensity-wise, it feels like it's about a medium to medium plus. So let's read the scent description. Scentsy says, take an enchanted trip through fields of romantic red poppy, fig, and rose petals. So I definitely get a floral of rose. Rose to me is the dominant scent note. I've once read that poppies don't have a lot of scent, but there is another floral in with this rose, and maybe the rose is red or it is pink. I'm not sure. Poppies are obviously red, but you definitely get the fig sweetness. I think that provides a little bit of a twist to this scent. If you've been watching my channel, you probably realize that I'm not a huge fan of rose, unfortunately. Florals I do like, but rose is not my favorite. So scent appeal for me on this one was maybe 5 out of 10. And in the past, where it was a scent of the month, back then we used to get 9 bars. So this is probably my 10th bar of Poppy Fields because I don't think any of my customers purchased this one. So I feel like I know this one fairly well. So let's talk about performance because sometimes florals can be strong and sometimes they cannot be strong. Well, I'm here to tell you that this one is fairly strong and also it is long lasting. So let's talk about it. I put 4 cubes in my bedroom bathroom combination between 2 warmers. Strength was between 8 and 8.5 at its max. I left it going for 2 days, but it still had scent. So what I did was I took some of my wax The one in the bathroom didn't really seem to have a lot of scent. That is a fluted gray, and it's a very strong glass warmer. I'm not sure why that is so strong, but it is. I disposed of that wax, but the wax I had up here in my Simple Reminders ceramic 25-watt bulb still had some scent, so I transferred to my daughter's room. After 48 hours of the rose, I was done smelling poppy fields, but it's a good performer. So let's go to my daughter's room and see how it did there. Well, I put 3 cubes equivalent. I think I put this in her mini warmer and 2 cubes from my bar in her full size. And then, like I said, later I added another 2 half-spent wax in her room. So we're actually at the start of day 4, and it still is smelling fairly strong in her room. So definitely long lasting. And in her room, it was also between 8 and 8.5 on that first day. And now when I went in to think I was possibly going to change the wax, I would say it was still almost like a 5 out of 10. So I would say this is a long lasting scent. Now, if you're someone that likes florals and you like rose, you'll definitely want to pick up poppy fields. Back in the day, I remember there was a YouTuber named Courtney, and she loved this, and she would just take 1 cube at a time and put it next to her bed at night and smell it. I think Lisa, from Waxy Cats, really likes this scent as well. So there's definitely some fans out there. Personally, it's not a repurchase for me, but I do recommend it if you like florals, if you like rose, you like fairly strong scents, and you like long-lasting scents. I think it's a good value scent, and it obviously came out around Valentine's Day, so kind of the romantic floral feel. You could put this in an open layout. It would last not as long as you put it in a bedroom, but it's really a bedroom type of scent, or an open layout. Really, you can warm scents wherever you want. I'm just saying, I think it's strong enough you could put it in open layout. Probably not in my old house, but in this location, yes, with normal size ceilings. All right, let's talk about our third place scent for the week. It is Blueberry Cheesecake. This one had 16% of the vote. It's in the current catalog, and it's been around a long time. It's in the bakery section. It's this creamy colored wax, and in Scentsy land, we always love when the front of the clamshell is different from the back. Now, I would say on cold sniff, this is medium plus to heading into strong, and this is in the bakery section. So let's read the scent description. I don't know if I've mentioned, but it is a top seller. So the scent description says, thick, rich New York cheesecake with a light graham cracker crust and delicate blueberries, or delicious blueberries, excuse me. So I would say, for me, this is a fruity bakery combo. The fruitiness comes from the blueberries. Now, the blueberries seem like a wax form of blueberries, which is hard to get authentic to real blueberries, but it is a nice blueberry wax scent. It doesn't smell waxy, it just smells like most blueberry scents in the wax world, but juicy, sweet, and tart all at the same time. Then you have the cheesecake, which is roughly the other 50%. I find the graham cracker crust is harder to pick up than the other 2 notes. I really don't get that very often. The cheesecake I would describe as tangy. Some people that really don't like the scent describe it as sour, dirty feet, etc. I think what it is some people have problems smelling dairy and wax. I personally don't have that problem. I'm okay with this, and it's one of those scents that I like, I don't love, but when I feel like warming it, it really hits the spot. Now, the problem for me is I don't usually tend to warm it very often, but I do enjoy this one. Now, this is a top seller, so is it a top performer? Let's talk about performance. So I only warmed this in one spot because I have warmed it before. So I have my testers here, and I used 1 cube, and I warmed the equivalent of 6 cubes in my open layout. Now I have 3 warmers there, and I put them in, I think, at 9:30 in the morning, and I would say maximum strength and throw was about 8 to 8.5 out of 10. At around the 4-hour mark, my husband came home, and good news, he didn't complain, because in the past, he has complained. Now, my daughter came home around supper time. Good news, she also did not complain. In the past, she has complained quite a bit. So it either wasn't as strong, or they've just kind of adapted to scents. So in terms of longevity, I would say it's a fairly long-lasting scent for a bakery, because there's that fruity component as well. So what I did was I found around the hour 12 mark, felt like it was still almost like an 8 out of 10. It was still fairly strong. At about the 24-hour mark, I felt like it was still a decent strength, and then I felt like it started to decline. So I remember laying in here in my bed at around the 24-hour mark, and I could easily smell blueberry cheesecake and poppy fields at the same time, which it's not really a good mix. I don't advise that, but my door was open, I could smell both. So I would say blueberry cheesecake, it is a nice strong scent, and it is fairly long lasting. It doesn't really lean either fall, winter, or spring and summer. It's a year-round scent. You can warm this in a big area, you can warm this in a small area. I wouldn't say this is company friendly, so keep that in mind. You're someone that does have to like milk and lactonic scents, I think, to enjoy this one. Would I repurchase blueberry cheesecake? I think I would. I'm actually contemplating getting it in a brick, but the problem is I probably wouldn't warm it that often, so I might just stick with a bar. But I do enjoy this one. And of course, it's a top seller, so that's blueberry cheesecake. All right, let's move to the portion of the video where I'm going to present to you some scents and you are going to vote. If you're new to my channel, please pick 2 different scents by early Wednesday morning, put them down in the YouTube comment section, and if you can't vote on YouTube, find my Instagram post, it's Patricia Gates, and put your 2 votes there. All right, so I have some bars that I've recently received from a haul, so we're going to do that, and I threw in a 6th bar just for fun. So, from the Gordy Goodness collection, scent number 1 is Berry Good Pumpkin. Scent number 2, Hollow Harvest. Scent number 3 is Pumpkin Sticky Bun. And shout out to Michelle. I purchased these stickers from her and I put the dates on them. I did ask her if she could make them a little bit bigger next time, and she said she probably can, so that's good. Scent number 4 is Spiced and Spirited. From the Minions, we have scent number 5, Banana. And one of the princess scents, we have Disney, Dream Big Princess for scent number 6. So thanks for spending the last few minutes with me. I hope you have a great day in your neck of the woods. I hope you find these videos helpful. If you do, let me know by giving me a thumbs up. If you're new, hit the subscribe if you want to be notified when I post videos. You can also hit the bell. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next one.